Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. I'm the Stone Shame Ness. How are you all doing today? Happy Friday. I'd like to thank all my subscribers and my new subscribers before I start, just in case I forget. Welcome to you all, and I'd like to thank everyone for their comments and likes and shares. I do appreciate it. Today's video, the theme is for healing again. This is for womb healing, healing of birth trauma. I had one of my subscribers contact me about the trauma that she'd gone through at birth, and my guides told me it was a good idea to do a video on it. So I'm going to do a healing light language from the angelic realm, and I'll show you a close-up of this grid as well shortly, and what I've used on the grid. And my story with my son, my firstborn, I had a student nurse while I was in labour, and it all went a bit wrong in the end, because it was my son got stuck in the birth canal for quite a while, and because we had the student nurse, she was actually training, the midwife was actually training a student midwife at the time of birth, so it all took a bit too long. And then, like, when my son came out, he stopped breathing for, well, he wasn't breathing for a couple of don't know how long it was, it felt like forever at the time. But they rang the bell and all the paediatricians came in, and luckily they managed to get him to, I think they stabbed an injection in his heel or whatever, and he managed to take his first breath. But all his nose was blocked, and but I think that could have been avoided if we didn't have the midwife training, another midwife at the time. I think we did ask that we didn't want it, but somehow it didn't work out. And then on my second, that was a natural birth, but on the second one I had my placenta that was in the way, so my daughter couldn't come out naturally, so I had to have a caesarean, emergency caesarean. And that is a bit traumatic because it's very sudden and not expected, and also, you know, it is a major operation and you have to go under the anaesthetic for that. So I remember when I came home from the hospital, I did look at the wound, and I went into shock. It was like it started me to I started shaking because of the shock of seeing the wound. I suppose it was like a delayed shaking. And the thing is with that, I deliberately stopped myself from shaking, and I was thinking, look, you've got to get a hold of yourself. And really, that's the wrong thing to do. That's the sort of thing that we've been taught to do with traumatic things, is to hold it all in and to get on with it. But the thing is, it's your body's way of releasing the trauma. So that trauma is then held inside, and it causes you to be ill in later life, and sometimes you get anger with it. A good way to release this trauma is psoas muscle exercises. I do recommend them. I mean, there's lots of YouTube videos on the internet for these exercises. Apparently the psoas muscle, it holds up all your hips and your core, and it does store trauma in that area. So if you do these exercises, it releases the trauma, it makes your legs or your body involuntary shake. And I did actually do these exercises 3 months on a trot, and it was really good. I did release lots of trauma. But now my body's learned how to do it, and I can just do yoga, and then say every about 3 or 4 days, or sometimes once a week, my body once I finish the yoga, my body starts to shake. So that's releasing traumas and stress. So it is highly recommended by myself. It does work. People that have post-traumatic stress as well, people that have been in the war, do these exercises. But sometimes you may need assistance if you've gone through some heavy trauma, because it does bring up a lot of emotions. And yeah, basically just trying to say that what we need to do is release this stress. It could be any way. It could be yoga, it could be drawing, something that you enjoy doing. Qigong's quite good. I quite like Qigong. It's very relaxing, or Tai Chi. There's plenty of ways, but we shouldn't keep all these stresses and traumas held in. And the womb is another place that holds in a lot of trauma. So we are going to do some womb healing, no doubt, in the light language, because obviously it needs to go in layers. And if you are a male, you may have had a female incarnation before, so you will still hold these traumas. You could have had a miscarriage, so that's traumatic as well, or abortions. I'm not saying that I agree with abortions, but what they don't tell you is the child always stays with you until you heal, go into healing with the child. They just kind of hang around your energy field, so you do need to kind of make it peace with the child, even if you've had a miscarriage. And you can send that child into the light. So these things are things that you don't really find. Some people don't find out until you start looking into healing yourself. Could be past lives. It might not even be this lifetime. You could have had some of these problems in past life. So there's lots of wounds that go to the womb that we hold. Also guilt and fear around that area as well. So anyway, I'm going to talk about this grid, and I'll do a light language transmission as well, and that will help with this healing. So I hope you all enjoy the rest of the video, and I'll speak to you all soon. Okay, this is my lovely healing angelic grid. So I used a lot of rose quartz because I think this is actually a perfect stone of unconditional love, and it's really needed in healing. So it's a very angelic grid. Lots of selenite pieces on there as well. Got rose quartz, angel aura tumblestones, and also angel aura kind of wands. And I've got pink aura as well. That's a lovely soft energy. That one's a Lemurian seed, double terminated crystal. And selenite all the way around. I've got some azeztulite. It's a very strong, high vibrating crystal. I've got a clear one and also a white one that amplifies other quartz crystals. I've got some raw pieces of rose quartz, and I think that's about it. I've got the sun catcher there, and the centerpiece is actually crystal. It's alabaster crystal. She's an absolutely stunning angel. It's a very soft crystal, so it's easy to be carved. Absolutely gorgeous. So that's my healing grid for us all today. Akirao, Akirao. Osheo, Okeoroe, Keshanoro, Keshanoro, Ekeroeo, Ekeroeo, Akashoro, Ekero, Akore, Akoshe, Okay, Akosheo, Kehe, 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 Oneo, Onero, Akeo, Akeo, Ekeroe, Ekoreo, Akeo, 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 Ekero, Deshe, Desheo, Deshe, Desheo, Desheo, Akero, Desheo, Ekero, Dashoro, Dashoro, Ekereo, Ekereo. Akero, 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 Akeroro, Akeroa, Akero,